Good morning. Happy Saturday. I don't expect that there's anybody in just yet. Hold on, let me fix the volume. Hopefully, you'll be able to hear me okay. Turn it all the way up, so hopefully, you guys will be able to hear me okay. But good morning. In case you're just scrolling through, excuse me, my name is Alisa, and my channel is Alisa's Adventures in Cruising. And I am getting ready. I have, well, the countdown has been on for quite a while for my next cruise, but I am going to be sailing to Alaska aboard the Carnival Conquest out of Seattle, Washington. In less than 90 days. I do remember looking at the app yesterday at the countdown, but I don't remember the number. I just remember being shocked that it was less than 90 days. Good morning, Keisha H. What are you doing up? Good morning, good morning. How are you? Yeah, I know the countdown is I'm less than 90 days to go on my cruise to Alaska. And of course, I'm thinking about all the things that I want to see and do while I'm there. Excuse me. I'm going to look again at the excursions. I think I have those pretty well narrowed down. Oh no, you're up early because of plumbing issue. Oh, well, that is no fun. That is no fun at all. I hope everything gets worked out quickly. Good morning, Carmen. How are you? Thanks for coming in. You're early this morning too. Although I think you're normally up and maybe at work already, Carmen. Yes, less than 90 days. Woohoo! It's very exciting, Keisha. I'm excited. So I think I have it narrowed down. You know, I've been talking with my family who I'm cruising with, and we like narrowed down excursions that we want to take. There's so many, and of course they all seem amazing. Excuse me. I mean, all the cruises, the excursions, there's different price points, right? But Alaska has some really pricey ones, so some of them I may have to say next time, or maybe never. It's kind of like, buying the or renting the private cabana at one of the private island stops where it's thousands of dollars. It's like, okay, I already spent that to come on the cruise. I'm not sure I can do that or want to do that again for an excursion. But I understand that things are more expensive there. So yeah, there's a give and take. But anyway, so I'm okay with knowing what about the excursions. I think I have wrapped my brain around what to pack as far as clothing. But now I'm thinking about things that I really hope that I get to see. Keisha saying good morning to Carmen. Um, Good morning, Keisha, or Carmen is saying good morning back to you, Keisha. Yes, Alaska excursions are pricey. Oh, thanks, Carmen. You're at work but listening. Appreciate it. Yeah, not all of them. There are reasonable, sort of city tours, and yeah, there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff and stuff that we genuinely want to do. So that's good. No problem in finding things to do. But you know, I love our friends. I love Chet and Robin. But I was really considering the dog, one of the dog sledding things. Now, granted, time of year I am going, it should not be all snowy. So the ones that go over sort of dry grass land areas is not as expensive, but it's not inexpensive. So it's a balance for sure. But I don't think I'll be doing dog sledding this time, unless something majorly changes. Um, but anyway, so I've been watching. I think I was telling you guys before I was, excuse me, watching different Alaska channels and just things that I have seen in their videos. I guess I really wanted to want to see some of the things that locals do there. And I'm not even a coffee drinker, but I'm sitting here sipping my tea now. It's a little chilly this morning, by the way. I mean, I don't know. Chilly to me. It's about looks like about 58. It's going up to 79, so it'll warm up here in a little bit. I'm sorry if that's doesn't seem chilly, but it's a little cool right now. It's working. Anyway, I'm sitting here with my tea, but one of the things that I really hope I get to see is an Alaska coffee hut. They have these coffee shops all over the place, and they're not like it's not like a full on store like a Starbucks where you go in and sit down. They have those too. Yeah, those retired, semi-retired folks do make you a bit envious, right? Time is on their side as far as having extra time to go and cruise and do the extended or back to backs or all that kind of stuff, but also to be like, yeah, we don't have to worry about spending on X anymore. We can spend on Y now and take those excursions. So never say never, and maybe there'll be a next time. Maybe it'll be like, oh yeah, Alaska has to get into the regular rotation of places to see. People seem to really fall in love with it, and once they go, want to go come back. So maybe I want to go back again and get to see some more stuff or different stuff or something like that. Yes, those are. Oh, it came up twice. Yes, they do make you a bit envious, but in a great way, in a good way, in a strive kind of way. Same thing with Warmstrong. Bill is, I keep saying, he's goals. Like these 15, 21 day cruises are amazing. Hope to do that at some point. But anyway, I want to see one of these coffee huts. They're not like the go in, your corner coffee shop where you go in and sit down and order and have breakfast. Some of them have food from what I understand, but it's literally a standalone, very small building, a hut, very small, that you drive up to, get your coffee. If they have food, you could order food and drive off. Some of them are really like themed out. Like I saw one yesterday that was showing, I think it was called cookies cookies to go or cookie dough, some cookie dough I think it was called. And because the people were selling Girl Scout cookies there. So some of them are really themed, really colorful, really like a specialty thing. I don't know if the person was just driving by. They didn't go into the cookie dough one, so or stop at the cookie dough one. So I don't know if they had like specialty coffee drinks named after the Girl Scout cookies, or just the cookies themselves. I know they had the cookies because showed they showed them getting the cookies after, or that they had stopped for cookies. They didn't film the actual stopping for coffee part. But anyway, so yeah, those look fascinating. I think I'm more fascinated by the fact that those exist because Alaska, most of the year, is very cold. And I understand that people go about their daily lives. They have to get up, they have to work, they have to go out. But the idea of getting bundled up and into your car, warm the car up, and then stopping at this little hut to roll down your window to ask for coffee seems crazy to me. seems a little crazy. Seems a little crazy to me. So I'm fascinated by the fact that these coffee huts are apparently everywhere and so popular, um, that I just want to see one. I want to go. Sorry about that. Was I'm on my phone because I'm still testing out this vertical stream, and I had a call come in. Sorry about that. But anyway, yeah, I'm fascinated that people go and stop at those most of the year when it looks like it's freezing cold. Wouldn't you just have coffee in the house? I know people like their specialty coffee, and it becomes like a routine, and you probably go and see your friends, and you have your favorite spots or your favorite drinks or something like that. But anyway, it just seems, wow, you must love your coffee. Um, oh, hey Sherry, how are you? Good morning, good morning. You have to do the whales in Alaska. Oh, really? You really love you really love that excursion. I know everybody's talking about we're stopping at Tracy Arm Ford, so people have been talking about that a lot, and saying how cool and beautiful that is. It's not that I don't want to see the whales, not that I don't want to see wildlife. I do. I just, when you balance it out, I don't know. I feel like I've done a lot of whale sightings or whale excursions in other places. I know it's not Alaska, but um, that's not high on my list. I'm not gonna say I'm not doing it, but it's not high on my list to see the whales. Um, Keisha saying hi to Sherry. Sherry saying hi back. Yes, give me my at-home Keurig. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm just fascinated that people go through all the trouble of, well, first of all, the people who own and run these little establishments. I don't even want to. I mean, I'm saying little because they are tiny. Sherry, I think you're native Floridian, right? So do you remember? Excuse me. They used to have. I know dating myself. So I understand if you don't really want to respond to this. But do you remember when they used to have the little photomat booths here? You would go drop off your film to be developed, and then you'd come back, and I don't know, seemed like it was only only a few days, but it might have been more like a week, kids time. You would go back and pick up your film that had been processed, so you can see your pictures from whatever you took. Well, those booths were tiny, tiny, tiny. Room for one person to stand up it, like a garden shed, tiny, like big enough for you to one person to be in there, stand up, sit down, turn around. Um, my mom had a friend who worked at one, and maybe that's the why I remember that one in particular. Going to, and she would say how hot it was in the summer. I imagine they didn't have air conditioning in them, maybe just fans, but the heat in Florida, it gets too hot. So in my head, I'm imagining the opposite. Like it would be a lot of effort to warm up this one little building, this one tiny little hut. For coffee. So I'm fascinated but it's obviously a very good business, and people are doing well with them because they keep making more and more. So I'm fascinated by the people who would make that their business. But then I'm fascinated too by the people that go there, and I just want to know what the hype is all about. um, Sherry liked hiking in Alaska. Oh, now that's interesting. I definitely would like to see some trails, although I'm afraid of getting up too close and personal with some other wildlife like bears. So I want to take the path that's close to the exhibit area, not really. I'm not chasing waterfalls, Sherry. I'm not chasing waterfalls. I'm a city girl. Sorry. Um, yeah, yes, I remember that. They started a mail-in photos cheaper. Then they started mail. Yes, is that why they disappeared? But they were fascinating. They were just like in a I don't even know, just a random parking lot, I think, or like maybe it was early mall center parking lots. Anyway, so the tour guide on the hike had bear spray. Oh, okay. Okay. Did you see any bear then on that, or was that not a concern for you? You knew what to do? Well, they say if it's brown, lie down. If it's black, fight back. Something like that for the bears. I want to see one in the kind of off distance. You know what I mean? I don't want to have to make that decision. I don't want to have to decide what's the best way to get out of this unharmed. I just want to see the bear, maybe snap a picture. Not going to be those tourists who are like, oh, maybe I could pet it. Maybe I could get a selfie with it. No. Respect the bear. It's their house. But okay, that's good to know that your tour guide had well, that one that you were even with a guide, but two that they had the spray to know what to do. So yeah, I'm kind of with I'm with Keisha on that. Like, I would think everybody has excuse me, their Keurig at home and get their coffee fixed that way, but coffee drinkers need their coffee, and I guess day or night they are running out to these coffee huts. So I want to see a coffee hut. um I kind of want to see, yeah, I do want to see some wildlife. Like I was saying, I do want to see a bear. I would like to see a moose, because those, I know we can see them other places closer to home. You can see bears too, but I kind of want to see a moose. They seem like they just do whatever they want. Stroll through town, stroll through people's yards, and they're huge, right? So I kind of want to see bear, moose. Um, an eagle would be nice. I know we can't handpick when we're gonna see these things, but you know, something that makes you feel like you're in Alaska. I watched another video. It was called I hear the moose could be more dangerous than the bear. Yeah, especially when it comes to driving and encountering one on the roadway. Keisha, I've heard that too. Or even they will. I think they might charge you if you're close to them, especially a mama if you're close to a baby. So again, Keisha, when I say I want to see them, not up close and personal. Not in a way that I have to give the moose or the bear or whatever else time to consider if they need to investigate me. No, no. I'm going about my day and I'm letting you do the same. So, not necessarily in a zoo situation, but again, not so close that we gotta talk it out. We gotta make some decisions. We gotta contemplate how we got here, how we got to this point in time in our lives. No. Did I mention I grew up in the city? That's not natural. That's not natural to want to see the wildlife up close and personal. But I saw this one video. I think I mentioned this channel before that I'm following. It's called This Alaska Life. It's a family of, it's mom and dad, and I think they just had a baby. I think they have four sons and one baby daughter now, and they live in excuse me, just outside of Anchorage, I think. And I guess a couple weeks ago, there was a sighting of a white raven, which is rare apparently for the bird watchers. It's pretty rare to see a white raven, and whoever spotted it was talking about it, and so then it became a thing that everybody was going around town say trying to find the white raven, and letting people know. I'm sure it was a Facebook thing that was getting posted on social media. The radio stations were talking about all this stuff. So the family was driving around trying to find this white raven and to take pictures of it and stuff. And I was like, oh, they really appreciate, I mean, I know that they appreciate the wildlife, but they really were like, they were really excited to see it. Off the subject of Alaska, but I thought vertical streams don't count towards watch hours for YouTube monetization. Have you heard that? I have not heard that. But that would be good to know, Keisha, especially if I'm trying to build up the watch hours here. That would be very good to know. Um, hey, controversial cruising. Um, I was just wondering if we were getting a Saturday live. Yay! Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, I will check into that, Keisha, because I have not heard that. Um, it's kind of one of those. It's in the short screen. It's in the short feed, but it's not kind of thing. So I will know after I end this one. Normally when you end the live, it tells you how many views and how many watch hours are going to count. So I'll know quickly, I guess. Guess what, Alisa? Hey, Scott. Keisha says, hey, Keisha. I'm going to Alaska in May now on the Carnival Miracle. Whoa! This is breaking news. You're going to beat me back. I know you've already been. You're going to beat me back there. Okay. This might be good. This might be good. Scott, I might need to be pumping you for more information. I was saying, I'm talking about the things that I already wanted to, that I know I wanted to see outside of the excursions. And as it happens, you were in the list of things to mention because you did a video. Is it Ketchikan or Skagway? I can't remember now. That you went to. Yes, I'm going in June. That you went to it was Juneau, right? That you went to Walmart, which seems like wow, they have Walmart, but I know that they're yes going to June. They're going to Walmart, which I don't really necessarily want to go to Walmart. It's kind of nice to know that there's one around or on the stops in case you do need something, and you want to, I guess Uber over or take a bus. I guess I don't know if you want to go to Walmart, but I am kind of fascinated by they have a store called Three Bears, which I guess is a combination of a grocery store and like a Home Depot maybe. I don't know. They seem to have like a regular groceries like whatever your local supermarket is, but then they have bulk items and they have all kinds of stuff. So I kind of want to see a real Alaska store, and not apart from the tourist store souvenir shops. Although I know some of those will be great too. Yes, Juneau went to Walmart, a local bar, in a dispensary. Okay. Okay, but the Walmart is heavily used for crew and their needs and passengers that want a certain soda. Be right back. Okay, thanks, Keisha. Okay, it was Juno. All right, I knew I saw it, and yeah, I understand the crew has to get off and go and get things that they might need. I know that you stopped for beer. I didn't remember the dispensary part, but okay, for those who may need to. Although I guess that would be another challenge of getting to purchase and bring back on the ship, right? How do you do that? But Walmart runs for sodas or anything else like that. You might need, makes sense for the crew for sure to go and get things, and so they can have in their cabins and spend less money. That's understandable. I said that. Good morning, Scott Smith. How are you? Are you driving and listening? Thanks so much for coming in. I'm always like, where are you driving to? Are you a truck driver? Because you're always driving, or Uber or something like that. Anyway, I appreciate you coming in. Happy Saturday to you. Controversial cruising saying like a passenger was on the crew bus with us because they really wanted cherry coke. And he ran out of his 12 pack. Oh, I wondered about that too. I wondered if it was, I knew you guys took the crew shuttle, but I thought you were with a crew member, right? I don't know if that was a friend of yours already, or you met somebody and went. But yeah, I just assumed that if I had to make a run, there would have to be a Uber situation to do that. So great that they provide the shuttle for the crew, and I guess the random passenger who needs I was gonna say Diet Coke, cherry Coke. Oh no, it was enjoyed and poured and discarded. I play by the rules. I just work it in here in Arizona, so I just wanted to see how it was. I just work in one here in Arizona. Oh, okay. See, I was thinking like you worked it in the conversation. Oh, you work in one. Oh, that sounds like a whole other story. We will have to hear about it. But yeah, yeah. But you just wanted to see how it was. I met a super cool guy at the place. I'm definitely going back. Okay. Well, there you go, guys. If you need to know, Scott has information for you. Scott Smith says at home eating breakfast. Yes, I'm a truck driver. Oh, okay. Very interesting. Very interesting. I don't know how far you have to your route is that you drive, but I'm like, Scott's always driving, but I totally appreciate you driving and listening. It was just curious about that. Thank you. Controversial cruising. Yes, I was with a crew member, best friend of mine. It technically isn't a crew bus, but 99% of it. Oh, so it's not necessarily something that the cruise line has arranged for their crew to go around to places. I know they do have specialty excursions, and so I assume that the van was one of those opportunities for the crew to get about and do what they needed to do and get back on time. Good morning, fellow Scott. Okay, so if we do want to, I think we're gonna do a tour in Juneau, so may not have time to catch the shuttle to Walmart, but good to know. Good to know. Yeah, van is free for them. Just a tip to the driver. Got it. Got it. Okay, let's see what else. So I want to see. I want to see a coffee hut. I want to see an authentic, Alaska store like this Three Bears that I'm talking about, because it just seems fascinating and like a way to really understand what the Alaska normal prices are like. I guess you could see that at Walmart too, but Walmart is Walmart. Here in Alaska, let's see what they have. I would like to see a moose or a bear from a safe distance. I'm not trying to interact with them at all. OMG, Juno, I went to a coffee shop too, an Alaskan coffee shop. Yes, I was talking. Now, I think that was one of the, I don't even drink coffee, Scott, but I'm fascinated by the videos that I have been watching of people going around to these Alaska coffee huts, because I just think that okay, first of all, we know that to live and work in Alaska, you have to be hardy. You have to be tough to deal with the weather conditions there. You know what I mean? But I'm definitely fascinated by the fact that people will get up from their homes and go in the winter. They have to bundle up or they get into their car, warm that up, drive to wherever they're heading, and then are willing to roll down the window to get coffee from that little hut. Like, what is the deal? What is so great about that? Um, but they do look very. Some of them have been very like well decorated and themed and that kind of stuff. So I'm interested in that. And everybody that I'm with will be coffee drinkers, so they I'm sure they will want to have something. I will get myself some tea or hot chocolate or something like that. Uh, oh, LMAO. Not me pouring a big fat cup right now. Enjoy your coffee. Yeah, enjoy your coffee at home. That's what Keisha said. I'll just do the Keurig at home. What I gotta drive to one of these huts? But I'm sure people have their favorites, or the ones they go to every day on the way to work, or you know, their friends shop or whatever. So curious about the coffee shops. And then, of course, I want to see some um, crab. Well, I don't want to see the crab. I want to have some crab. So do you like the smell of coffee? Not really, no. Coffee is not my jam. When I was growing up, my parents had, and I'm sure well, Keurigs have taken over, right? But they had a Mr. Coffee, but it was like at the time it was a new thing, right? Like it was a new. You could set the timer, and the coffee would start brewing, so it was fresh and ready when they got up and were getting ready. And I just thought the house smelled awful. And that's just not one of those things that have grown on me. I'm not a coffee fan, so I'm not going to smell the coffee or taste the Alaskan roast or anything like that. I'm purely fascinated with the little tiny building itself and just everything that it takes to make that run and why people are going to them in droves. I mean, people flock to Starbucks, but it's an experience for Starbucks, right? I don't go to Starbucks, but you know what I mean. The coffee Starbucks crowd, they get some fancy name coffee that I cannot repeat. I don't know. Double grande, half cap, what you know what I'm talking about. They go in, they sit down and they have that Starbucks experience. The coffee huts, you don't even go in. You just drive up, get your coffee and drive on off. So again, I want to know what the draw is. I'm cracking up. Good morning, Team Reese. How are you? How are you? Thanks for coming in. I know it's a busy weekend for you guys. I didn't even ask you guys what you're doing for Easter. If you have plans, I'm gonna get out of here and head to the grocery store. I don't know what I'm making, but gotta get some things for dinner tomorrow. Um, Scott Smith saying good morning to Keisha. Man's like, Agile Sonic Advanced Air. My birthday is coming up April 8th. Oh, well, nice. Good morning. Good morning to you and happy almost birthday. Scott Smith says, I'm not a coffee person either. Yeah, it's not my thing. I'm not knocking it for everybody else, but no, it's not my thing. So, um, oh, I was saying I wanted to have some crab or salmon because it just seems like you should definitely have that when you're in Alaska. Somebody was telling me, I think there's a big popular restaurant, Tracy's, and I don't remember which location that's in, but not to go there because there are better, less expensive um, places around that you can enjoy and check out. Team Reese is saying we have a family brunch today. I have no idea what we're doing for dinner tomorrow. Still need to figure that out. Thank you, Kiki. That makes me feel better. We've gone up and down all around on what we wanted to do, what we wanted to have. And I'm gonna go to my parents' house, and my daughter really wanted to make some kind of lamb. She wanted lamb, and I'm like, okay, go for it, no problem. Um, and then after just sort of a random conversation with my mom, I found out all these years later that she didn't like lamb. And I'm like, we had it all the time. What? You don't like lamb? She's like, yeah. So her mom and grandmom used to make it, and you know, she just dealt with it, but she doesn't care to have that anymore. So that kind of takes that idea out the window. Um, Kiki says, I only like coffee with lots of flavored creamer and sugar. Yeah, I guess if I make it to one of these coffee huts and they don't have, I can't imagine that they don't have tea or hot chocolate or something. Maybe that's it. Maybe I'll try one of these super flavored specialties that they might have. Maybe that'll work. But I know people love their flavored cream, their flavored creamer and sugar. Um, Scott saying hi. Keisha saying happy early birthday. Yes. Hey Scott, what's your favorite flavored creamer? Team Reach Travels. Keisha says we love lamb here at my house. Yeah, I was so you think you know people. Like, what do you mean you don't like lamb? Like, how have I never heard this before? But anyway, mom doesn't like lamb. Um, my faves are French vanilla and Italian sweet cream. Both sound pretty good. Um, what? My family really likes the hazelnut. Hazelnut? Yeah, I think it's hazelnut that they normally buy. And then they enjoyed some of the flavored ones over the holidays. French vanilla and Italian sweet cream. I'm trying to think if I've ever seen that Italian sweet cream. But again, I'm not looking for it because I'm not I'm not drinking coffee. But it does sound good just on the name. Okay, so those of you who have already traveled to Alaska, you guys tell me. I need some help here on the glacier type tours. I do, of course, want to see a glacier, and I know we will see one when we go to Tracy Arm Ford. But I know there's the Mendenhall Glacier, and where you could actually get up, I think, get up closer, do the visitor center museum kind of thing in front, and I believe take I don't know if it's guided or not, but walk a bit of a trail. So I think that's my chance to get up close and personal with the glacier. So I want to do that too. Um, Again, I am, I've told you guys before that I was concerned about the weather. I have a jacket. I have some clothes to layer up and do that. So I'm sure I'm pretty I'm pretty sure that I could do it. But I guess I just want to know how, um, I don't want, intense is the wrong word. How involved is that? Um, those tours to the glacier. Now, obviously, I'm not talking about the ones you take the helicopter and get dropped off, and you're maybe someday, but not this time, not this first time. I'm talking about the regular old, a bus will drop you off at the glacier. Has anybody done one of those kind of tours? And if you did, what'd you think? So that kind of goes along with sort of a snow-capped mountain. I want to see a snow-capped mountain. I've seen mountains. Um, I want to say I went to Penn State, which is in the mountains, and there was snow. And but when you're trying to come down that mountain, you're not enjoying the beauty. But out west, Colorado, Nevada, um, and now if you go to Alaska, seeing the snow at the very top of these large mountains, the pictures are beautiful. So I don't know if I will have any camera equipment that will capture that, to do it justice. But I think that will be a feeling of being in Alaska, seeing those snow-capped mountains. So those are the things that I'm really, really hoping that I get to see when I go. I would like to. I mean, there's more things like a dog sled team. I don't know how that might be a little random. I don't think everybody has dog sled at home, but it might be more common than we think. See some real Alaskan Huskies. I mean, and do people keep Alaskan Huskies as just a house pet, as opposed to a sled dog? I don't know. I don't know, but I would like to find out. So, what else? What do you guys? We talked a little bit about Easter. Give a thumbs up. Click on the three dots, the right corner, if you're on a mobile device. Thanks, Keisha. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm not good at that. I'm not good at remembering to ask for that. So I appreciate it so much. And if any of you have Keisha brought up a good point about these vertical live streams. I don't know if the watch hours count the same as the regular live streams. I hope so, as I am building. I think I'm right at 2,700 watch hours, so 300 to go. 300 to go before I get to that partial monetization level. Or I don't know, for those who are monetized, monetized channels, when is the little color change to let you know that you can apply? That'll be a big moment. That'll be a big moment. Looking forward to that. Getting very, very close. So can't wait to see. But yeah, so I'm gonna gotta go to the grocery store, figure out what we're gonna have for tomorrow since lamb is no longer an option. Gotta pick up a little bit of candy. I mean, I'm not gonna go crazy. We don't need a lot, but gotta have some kind of chocolate bunny something situation around here, and just enjoy the family time tomorrow. I don't think Sherry is still here. If you guys were coming in late, I was talking about the about how the those coffee huts remind me of the old photo mat booths. And I think that might have just been a Florida thing. I don't know if they had those. Oh, I'm still here. Hey, Sherry. Thanks for still being here. I don't. I think that was just a Florida thing. I don't think that they had those other places. Anybody else know what I was talking about when I was talking about those photo mat booths? I don't know where, you know how they'll show for Las Vegas, like there's like a graveyard of the old neon signs. I don't think there's such a place here. There might be, but I would love to see one of those old little booths. Maybe are they as small as I remember them? Sherry, do you think? I think they're tiny, but these coffee huts, some of them are tiny. That's why I'm fascinated. That is why I'm fascinated. I want to know. So, any other suggestions you guys have or have learned along the way of things that are sort of must see and yeah, tiny. Okay. Thank you. They're tiny. Oh man. Fun memories. Maybe they feel the same way about their Alaska coffee huts. Maybe it's a memory thing. It's a nostalgia thing for them. So Sherry told me to check out the whales. Uh, Scott Controversial Cruising is wanting me to check out the dispensary. I think no, thank you. Not knocking you, but no, I don't need that. um, I'm gonna be watching out for not lions and tigers and bears, but bears and moose um, and whales. So how did you end up? How are you going now in May? Did you get a good deal, Scott? And on the Miracle, that's interesting. So they have multiple. Carnival has multiple ships going in and out of there, huh? Or is it transferring something? I don't know. I haven't gotten anything from Carnival saying it's been a switch, so I don't think that's it. It is. I'm looking at the temperature now. Okay, so that warmed up pretty good. What was the last question? Oh, I was asking if you got a good deal on your trip in May. Now your cruise in May, so that you are going not last minute, but it's coming up fast. I didn't realize that there were multiple Carnival ships making that route, or maybe you're going. Maybe it's a different itinerary than what you did before on. It wasn't Spirit. You told me. You told me. You told me. I don't remember which ship. I'm going on Spirit, but you said something else. Not the Legend. Whatever ship it was. I just didn't realize they had two going in Alaska. That's all. So Keisha was asking me about the this vertical stream, Carnival Miracle. I don't know if that was the one he went on last year or the year before. That's what he said he's going on this time. But yeah, the Carnival Miracle. I did Carnival Miracle this time and last time with the Luminosa. Oh, okay. See, I know it was a different. I was close. It was an L. The Luminosa. Uh, is it so? Is it the same itinerary, this time, and both were. He did not say free. He did not just say free, guys. Were you here when I was talking about the pricey excursions? No, that's awesome. And both were free cruises to me. Hashtag love my friends. You should love your friends. That is great, great, great. Very cool connection to have. Yes, of course, go in May. Go whenever they call. To get your get your free cruise. Scott has lovely cruise friends. Yes, that is very, very cool. Well, we're not mad at that. We're not mad at that. Same itineraries plus two ports. Um, this one's 11 days. Well, icy strain in a place in British Columbia. I can't remember. Uh, but well, film it all, Scott. Show us all about it. That's awesome. Yep, mixed things about British Columbia. I mean, people who've gone and done that sort of city tour seem to really like it and say, it's very pretty. The gardens look amazing, but it's a very short stop. So I don't know if you really feel like you get a good feel for the place, like to see a lot, or I know it's sort of a required quote unquote international stop that they have to make, a port that they have to visit. So not sure if there's as much to do, but maybe you will get, I'm sure you'll find something. He's controversial cruising guy. He'll find something to get into on these additional stops, and tell us about it. I remember, Scott Smith says, I remember photomats. Yes, they were just small booths. There's a movie from the 80s, 90s, Summer School, where two of the characters work at a photomat. Do I remember that? I don't know if I remember the movie. I think there might have been one in the Back to the Future movie. At least there's some kind of hut that's in the parking lot, as he's about to go off in the DeLorean. Um, I don't know if it was a photo mat though. And that one, as I recall, I remember thinking, wow, that was kind of big. But thanks, Scott. Yes, summer school. I know I saw that, but I don't remember the photo. It's been a while. It's been a while. Now these old movies, they're gonna have to go back and remember. Controversial cruising saying, I really do. Yes, I'm sure that's about the lovely friends. You have great friends, Scott, that are willing to take you along for the amazing low price of free. Very cool. Very, very cool. I would be shouting about that as well. Now, how far of a flight is that for you? I'm assuming you have to go out of Seattle to maybe 2 hour flight. Is it that far for you? It's gonna be a long travel day. I actually wish I could go a little bit earlier, but then that starts adding on to the price if you want to have more time in Seattle. But hopefully, I won't be feeling too jet lagged and get there and then get right on the ship the next day and just let the Alaska festivities begin. I was starting to ask for those who have, if there is anybody who's done this vertical stream before. One, do you like it? Two, the point that Keisha was making, do we know if it counts any differently in the watch hours? Um, and I think it might be more related to the time of day or the day that you go on. And I've heard people complaining about the number of less trolls that come in and sort of spam the chat. I don't think 9 a.m. whatever time it is now, 10 a.m. on a Saturday morning is their sweet spot, but that's okay. I'm happy with that. So I don't know, just experimenting, trying to see if it is worth it or not to do. So if you know, please do tell. Well, I am just trying to kind of try and keep going for until an hour, so just a few minutes more. If you guys, um, honestly, the gambling casino deals get you a lot of Alaska cruises. Oh, interesting. That's interesting, Scott. There's a tip not from experience, but my friends. Sure, he doesn't know about it firsthand, you guys. He's just saying. um, well, that's good to know. Yeah, a lot of people have been telling me, talking about the casino deals, and you may have actually even told me about that. You know, not it's not necessarily about the dollar amount that you that you that you play, but it's the number of sort of like spins. It's how much activity you're doing on the machines to sort of trigger your level to get a possible casino deal. But I do play the slot machines here and there, but I'm not a big gambler like that. I rather go to a shop and come home with something. But if the deals are that amazing, maybe I have to at least give it a whirl to switch up my strategy one of these cruises so I can see for myself. See for myself if that's really a tip or not. Keisha says, yes, my only casino deals are for Alaska, Australia. Ooh, now you're talking. In non-peak times in 2025 and 2026. Keisha, are they good deals? What's wrong with that? Although I know the non-peak times probably won't work, especially when you're working around school schedules. So that eliminates spring break and summer vacation right then for those deals. Australia, definitely number one on my bucket list of places to go. But you need time. You need time to go that far and to see as much as possible. So I get it. Nothing wrong for me but the family issues. Exactly. Yeah, I get it. I get it. You know what them looking at you funny, Keisha, talking about your vacation, how you're cruising during those times in 2025 and 26. You gotta consider the whole fam. I understand. I understand. Well, hopefully one will work out. A good cruise deal, a casino cruise deal will work out to your benefit for everybody, it's including hubby. Hopefully you will get him on a ship and considering the cruise life with you. I don't know if you've made any progress on that front, but that'd be nice, right? That would be nice. Well, I hope you guys have a great Saturday. Thank you again so much for coming in. I appreciate it. gonna go and get those, normal weekend chores in, get to the grocery store, figure out something for Easter dinner. Um, I'm going to try. I've always, as long as I've lived in Florida, there has been an Easter sunrise service at SeaWorld, and I've always wanted to go. So I did get tickets for it. So I'm going to try and do that in the morning because I just think it'll be really pretty and go and check that out. So if I do, I will tell you guys about it. I don't think it, hopefully it's not, it's an Easter sunrise service. It can't be too touristy. You know what I mean? Hopefully it has a very good message and just a really great day to start off the Easter Sunday morning. So if I get to do that, I will be sure and tell you all about it. But otherwise, enjoy whatever you are doing this holiday weekend. Hopefully you get some good food in, some good family visits in, some good chill time in, and of course some candy. Gotta have some candy. Thanks so much for coming in. Girl, the recent news with diverted itineraries for bad weather, bridge collapse and fires of Freedom. Poor Freedom. Getting further away than before on convincing him to cruise. Dang, that bad news. Those bad news stories. I get it. I get it. It's unfortunate though. It's unfortunate. Yeah, especially the bad weather ones, because that's more unpredictable. I mean, it's all of that you said is not good, but the bridge collapse is horrible, unpredictable. The fire on Freedom again, again with that whale tail. I've heard different people say different things, different theories on that. I know Bill Warmstrong Adventures has he has a whole other take on it. So I'm not really sure if it's the whale tail's fault, if it's Carnival's not maintaining things fault. I don't know, but it is very odd that it's a second fire on a whale tail on that same ship. So anyway, okay, I'm gonna end there. I'm gonna end there, and we're gonna. It's cursed. Keisha's too fast for me. She's got fast fingers. She typed that in real quick. It's cursed. It does not look good for the Carnival Freedom, which is bonkers, but anyhow. All right, you guys, I'm going to get out of here. Have a great weekend. Thanks so much for hanging out with me on this Saturday morning, and I will see you hopefully back on Monday at 7 for the Monday mood check. So take care, everybody. Enjoy your weekend. Happy Easter. Carnival fired up. Bye, Scott. He's not wrong. Bye. You too. Have a great weekend.